Behind me is a Honda CR-V, and quite like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in action films, new releases look exactly the same as older versions. But in the world of football, you don't change a winning team, so why change a winning look? In this video we're going to delve deeper into the much familiar design of the CR-V, as well as talk about the performance, talk about the tech and that hybrid powertrain that Honda have implemented with this vehicle. But first, drop down in the comments your first impressions of the Honda CR-V and make sure to subscribe and like the video for more car reviews from Holdcroft. So then, the Honda CR-V, and for a car that starts roughly about £32,000 mark and goes up to £40,000, you'd expect newer models to look a bit different, have, a bit of cutting edge. Saying that though, why fix what's already working? It's quite clearly a winning design. I like this metallic grille with also this honeycomb effect underneath. Nice dips in the bonnet, massive headlights which look really good when they're turned on because you have your indicators at the top, headlights and also daytime running lights underneath. You've also got some nice little metallic trims which come with a higher spec. You also have a nice little honeycomb, a nice little front spoiler here. So overall then, it's a good looking car, although it is pretty much identical to previous years. I still think it's a very good design. It still feels relatively modern. They could maybe add in a few extra details, maybe change the front slightly, put some different dips in the bonnet with new models. But likewise, it's still a design that looks pretty fresh in 2022. But overall then, do you know what? It's a good looking car. It's a design that we've seen for years on years. And the reason why I've not changed it is because the design that's worked. People still come back for the CR-V. So quite clearly, a good looking car that's designed well, that still works. So fair enough to Honda for not changing it. Come to the back of the Honda CR-V, and like the front, the design you've probably seen before if you've seen a CR-V out on the road. It's pretty much the same as years gone by. However, again, it's a design that works. With a spoiler here, a nice chrome strip that goes across here, and nice uniquely designed headlights that come out right round the side. That massive, got a big L shape that curves round and also comes here. Come to the boot space then, and as this is the high spec, it comes with fully automatic boot opening, which is a pretty big boot, so you might have to do a bit of a limbo if you're in a tight space to make sure you don't sort of hit yourself. However, one thing that is nice, especially me being a short person, you can hold to set the height. So obviously you don't want the boot to go right here and you're on your tiptoes and jumping. You look a bit embarrassing in public. So it's quite nice that it can hold to set the height of how high you want it to go up. That's a nice touch. But what you have here underneath this parcel shelf is 499 litres of boot capacity. I mean, you could round it up to 500. Come on, Honda, wait, what are you thinking? But it's a very good boot size. You have a lot of space to work with. This is quite nice high. You don't have to duck under to get anything out. Also like the fact it's flat and you have a plastic bit here, so if you're getting heavy bags out or suitcases, you're not going to scratch the lovely paintwork because of this plastic. And to close it, you just press the button. Overall then, you can't really say much about the back. It's the same design as what we've seen in previous years gone by. Design that works, got good boot capacity. What more do you want? Coming inside the Honda CR-V then, and let's first address the elephant in the room, because I know what you're staring at. There's wood inside this car. Why is there wood inside this car? I feel this is a very Marmite choice by Honda. You're either going to love this or you're going to hate it. Personally, I'm not a fan, but don't worry if you are looking, to get a Honda CR-V and that's putting you off. Then don't worry, because newer models does have a silver trim. But overall then, wood aside, I really like the interior of this car. It's very spacious, it's very airy. Ultimately, it's extremely comfortable. When we take a look at the seats, full leather wrap, it also is body hugging, and they're also fully electric, so no matter what height size you are, you're going to be able to get the perfect driving position and you're going to be comfortable. I can guarantee that. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever share your car or you get in and your seat's not in that perfect driving position and you can't quite get it right? No matter how hard you try to adjust it on the drive before you set off, you can never get it right. Well, you won't have that problem in Honda CR-V, because on your door, there's a button that says 1, 2 and set. These buttons will save the position of your seat. So if you do share the car, save your position as 1. And the car will automatically go to that position. Or likewise, you get in and you're number 2. So no more arguments with your partner going, why do you move my seat so much? I can't get it right. Because you can save it in the Honda CR-V. And that is just a really nice addition. Coming to the centre console then, and I do like the fact that they've not gone with the old school sort of automatic gear shifter. It's just these nice buttons, nice and streamlined. What's used in the Honda Civic eHev, and I think it's a really good system. Keeps it compact, it's not bulky, looks very good. Driving modes here, you've got Sport, Econ and EV mode, because this car can set off in full EV mode, but we'll get onto that later. Infotainment system then, and when the car's off and when you first get in, you might think, oh, that's quite a decent sized screen, but it is quite compact, there's a lot of spare space here. Saying that though, it's got everything that you need. It's got built-in navigation, it's got your radio and smartphone connectivity with CarPlay and Android Auto. heated seats and heated steering wheel, which are vital in the winter. Also, another button down here is head-up display, which comes with a higher spec, and let's just say it's not the usual head-up display, it's something a bit different. Now, for copyright purposes, I can't put the music in, so you have to bear with me. I'm going to have to sing this. I mean, although you might think that's maybe it's a tiny bit old-fashioned because it's usually just project it onto the screen, I actually really like that. I feel like I'm in a cockpit of a fighter jet, you know, with that on. Another thing, it's fully customizable using the button on your steering wheel. You put your power on, you put your navigation on, you know, it's got your traffic sign recognition and your speed on normally, but the fact that it's fully customizable is good. And also with the button down here, you can set the height of it, so no matter how tall or small you are, you'll be able to see it fine. Coming into the centre console, and lots of storage, you know, for your phone, for your car keys, 2 cup holders. You also have more storage down here, which you've got a little section here. You can also take this out and have an absolute massive storage compartment there. You've got 2 USB ports. It's also got the usual 12-volt battery and a HDMI. Now, I don't know why a car needs a HDMI port, but it does, so at least you've got that option. So overall then, apart from the wood, but like I said, newer models do have a silver trim there, so don't worry. Apart from the wood, I really like the interior. It's spacious, the panoramic sunroof, and how big the windscreen is, letting so much light. There's a lot of storage, got all the tech you need. I'm a fan. We take a look at the back then, and like the front, is very spacious. It has the same style seats, which I do like. We've also got 2 USBs and 2 air vents in the back. There's a lot of legroom, a lot of headspace. I mean, all right, I'm not the tallest person, but you've still got a considerable amount. Even if I was a bit taller, there's still a lot of legroom. You've got the wood again, which, like I said, silver in the new one, so don't panic. Lots of storage compartments. You know, you've got 2 cup holders and an extra bit there. Nice little sort of chrome metallic bit here. Another nice addition is the leather wrapped armrest with 2 cup holders. You know, it's a nice position. It's very comfortable to look out at the front of the car on the drive. So rear passengers, whether it be kids, whether it be adults, I think are going to be quite comfy in the back of here. Overall then, you know what, just what it says. It's a back seat of a car. It's spacious, it's comfy, it's got USB ports. Really, what more do you want? So I spoke about the design of the CR-V. Now let's talk about the technical side, because what you have here is a 2-litre petrol engine, and that is twinned with a lithium-ion battery, making a hybrid powertrain. This hybrid powertrain that you have here is actually a very interesting system, because what you have 2 electric motors, one that powers the vehicle and allows you to set off in full EV mode, giving that really good acceleration, which ultimately can produce 350 newton meters of torque. What you also have is an electric motor that stores and generates electricity, meaning there's no need to plug this in. It's a self-charging hybrid. But ultimately the question is the CR-V a nice car to drive? Well, the simple answer to that is yes, it is. You know, if you're looking for a car that's going to give, you know, that wow factor, going to give you that bit of oomph, you know, sort of that vigorous drive, then the Honda CR-V, let's face it, it's not going to be a car for you. What the CR-V can provide though is a very relaxing, very comfortable drive. With that being said though, the Honda CR-V certainly isn't a slow, sluggish car. With a 0 to 60 time ranging from 8.6 to 9.2 seconds, top speed of 112 miles per hour, and average MPG of round about the 40 mark, the Honda CR-V performs considerably well. Also, with the help of that hybrid powertrain, you also provide 315 newton meters of torque, meaning that it can start up in full electric mode, giving you that nice bit of oomph off the line, you know, that instant acceleration. One thing I do like, and just adds that really relaxing, sort of soothing feel to the Honda CR-V, is how nice the built-in navigation person sounds. Usually it's a really sort of harsh sounding American person. This, it almost feels like a warm bath.
At Roundabout, take second exit.
How nice is that? In terms of driving safety features, well, Honda are renowned for having abundance of driving safety features within their vehicles, and the CR-V is no different. Traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, just to name a few. In terms of how convenient, how easy the climate controls and infotainment system are on your drive, I mean, it is pretty straightforward. You know, they're all quite compact. Although your climate controls sort of are on the screen, you know, to tell you the information, they are pretty easy to use. The fact they've still got dials, it's not all through the touchscreen. Overall then, CR-V does provide a very comfortable and relaxing drive. With that abundance of driver safety features, adaptive cruise control, it's a great runabout, like Honda say, comfortable runabout vehicle. But also it'll be great for a long car journey. With that adaptive cruise control, just makes it so comfy if you're just cruising down the motorway. So then, there you have it, the Honda CR-V. A hybrid vehicle that hasn't necessarily changed much in appearance over the years, but still maintains that reliability, that really good performance, and an interior that feels classy, it feels very comfortable. Yes, you could think that Honda may have been a bit lazy with the design of newer models. They've not necessarily changed much, if anything, changed anything at all. But it's a design that quite clearly works. It's a good looking car, it's a nice spacious SUV that looks good on the road, drives well, and most importantly, is full of tech. And if you are a fan of the Honda CR-V and you want to test drive one for yourself or find a bit more information, then why not contact your nearest Holdcroft Honda dealership? Details can be found on the Holdcroft website. Link is in the bio.